Hi everyone, my dear students. After a long gap, I'm starting my third chapter. So, I had given you a lot of time to complete the classwork, to revise the chapters, and I don't know how many of them have used the time. I purposely given you some time so that you will get ample time to recall, to write classwork, prepare for unit test. So actually it was purposefully given to you. Some students are completing classwork, but most of them, I have not got the pick of their classwork. So the students who have not sent the pick of the classwork, please do send. And what I'm going to do is just call your parents and I'm going to just uh, ask what was the reason for your absent in the unit test, and also about your classwork I want to ask. And students, I will see how you are interacting with us, how you are cooperating with us. And some doubtful students who are not showing their classwork, who are not seeing the videos, and those students, and we will be visiting your houses. So that is what we are planning. So actually, this is a time where students has to prove about themselves. So every time in the classroom we were making you to execute or to do your work, but this is the time where the students have to prove that they can do without the help of the teacher, at least their completion of classwork or their studies. And don't think that every time we will be the unit plan will be the unit plan formats or the exams will be conducted in the same manner as we have conducted the unit test. The unit test was only a trick to make the students busy. That's all. To make the students to, I know most of them have, some have promptly written the answers, some of them have seen the textbooks, and I know that. And actually in instead of giving worksheet, we have made it in the form of unit test, and the next test will not be in this same way. You won't get any that plan is different. I don't want to tell it. So students, I know how many of them are doing their work, how I know how many of them are not doing the work. It is all left to you all. But keep in mind that you are in 8th standard, and whatever portion you have to learn in 8th standard should be learned this year only. So next year we are not going to teach you again 8th standard syllabus. Next year you have to learn 9th standard syllabus, but 8th standard syllabus will be a continuation for 9th. So if you are not learning 8th standard syllabus, it will be very difficult for you to learn 9th standard. So don't take this as so easy, in a easy manner. It is very difficult for you if you miss our videos or classes. I have seen that the first lesson the views are about 200, and whereas the second lesson views are only 50 or 40. Okay, it means that you are not seeing. Okay, just it is left to you all students, but we can only advise you to be good and to do your best. So I cannot wait for you. That is why I have given you so much of time. I thought that if I give time, you will watch. And if I tell about unit test, you may watch again to revise. You may watch the videos, but I don't. I didn't see that. Okay, let it be. But at least for some 10% of students are really prompt, and this lesson, at least they will see these lessons. I am damn sure about that. So let us start with the third lesson. This third lesson name is synthetic fibers and plastic. What are synthetic fibers? Dear students, this lesson is very familiar for you, but the lesson name was fiber to fabric in 6th standard and 7th standard. 6th standard you learned how natural fibers were obtained from plants. 7th standard you learned how natural fibers were obtained from animals. Yes, you know that how fibers are converted into fabric, that is clothes. But this year we learned that how synthetic fibers are made. Synthetic fibers means, synthetic means man-made fiber in factories. And how do they make it? By using chemicals. What chemicals they are using? The chemicals used for this is mainly petrochemicals. Petrochemicals means petroleum origin. You know that petroleum, natural gas. Petroleum, it is a crude oil. It is found underground, and we obtain this petroleum. From this petroleum only we get petrol, diesel, kerosene. Okay, all these oils, gas, LPG gas, and all are obtained. So from this chemical, petrochemicals, these synthetic fibers are manufactured. So let us read what are synthetic fibers. The fiber made by human beings are called synthetic fibers. The synthetic fiber is a type of chain of small units joined together. Each small unit is actually a chemical substance. Many such small units combine to form a large unit, and this is called a polymer. See here how it is. This is what you have to learn. That before coming to this, I want to show a picture about carbohydrates. So about carbohydrates, you know what are carbohydrates, isn't it, students? See, what is carbohydrate? I want to show that this carbohydrate, it is a polymer. It is a polymer. What is the meaning of polymer? Polymer means it is a chain that is made up of small units called monomer. Monomer. For example, see here. Can you see in this? Can you see here? Wait. Can you see here a small substance, a single substance, that is monomer? Yes, a small bead. Small bead. I can tell it is a small bead like structure. It is a chemical. Okay, it is a monomer. Monomer. And you can see polymer here. Yes, and this polymer is made up of so many beads, isn't it? Long chain means what? Polymer is made up of monomers. A number of monomers form polymer. See, a chain of monomer formed polymer, isn't it? And can you see here in the one more picture? Can you see the monomer? Yes, monomer means single molecule. Okay, and can you see the polymer? Yes, one monomer, second monomer, third monomer, fourth monomer, and it form a chain of monomers, and the chain of monomer is called polymer. Yes. So in this lesson we have to know that what is monomer, what is polymer. Monomer means single unit, polymer means chain of monomer forms polymer. Okay, understood? So now come here. Here, carbohydrate. So carbohydrate is also a polymer. Okay, polymer means it is a chain of monomer, na? And what monomer is used here? See here, this monomer. What is this monomer? It is a glucose. It is glucose. See, if you have learned, you know glucose means C6H12O6, and if you make the structure, see, it is how this is how the structure is written for all the molecule, or for all you can write this structure. Okay, so for this, if you count properly, you can see, you can know that there is 6C, H12H is there, O6 is there. So this is the structure. This glucose, can you see here how it became a carbohydrate? See, chain of glucose, 1 glucose, 2 glucose, 3 glucose formed chain of glucose, and it is called carbohydrate. Understood it? See here, carbohydrate, I will read, see, monomer, the simple sugars, that is glucose, or you can also also use sucrose, fructose. Okay, sucrose is present in sugar cane, fructose is present in fruits. All these simple sugars are there, na? They they form a complex for carbohydrate. So complex carbohydrate is starch, cellulose. Okay, they are all long chain sugars. You know what is starch? The plants store the food in the form of starch. Okay, that is a polymer. And do you know what is cellulose? Cellulose means these are the polymer that is present in plant fiber. So we have learned about natural fiber now, and that natural fiber is nothing but cellulose. Okay, it was made by this carbohydrate. Okay, so plant fiber means it is a chain of polymer called cellulose. Now, coming to synthetic fibers. Okay, now I will read. You will understand. See, the fiber made by human beings are called synthetic fiber. A synthetic fiber is a type of chain of small units joined together. Okay, small units joined together. Each small unit is actually a chemical substance. All this monomer is nothing but chemical substance obtained from petroleum origin. Many such small units combine to form a large unit called polymer. Okay, so we will get a long strand called polymer. Now this polymer is nothing but your fiber. Okay, this is nothing but fiber, synthetic fiber. And from this synthetic fiber you have to make yarn, and finally the yarn will be made into fabric after weaving. Same process. Now, types of synthetic fibers. So, from this chemical substance, there are different types of synthetic fabrics or synthetic fibers made. And first one is rayon. Have you heard about these words? Rayon, nylon, polyester. Okay, one more is there, that is acrylic. Okay, so these are the types of synthetic fibers. So, understood students how these synthetic fibers are made? I hope you all know about this polyester, nylon, rayon. Actually speaking, more than natural fibers, we are using these synthetic fibers only because they are cheap compared to natural fibers and very attractive. Okay, so we know what is the synthetic fibers only. You are very familiar about these names: rayon, nylon, polyester, acrylic, and all. Okay, so we will learn one by one. First is rayon. So this rayon is also called as artificial silk. See students, silk is very attractive. All like silk. It is very costly also. So in order to compensate, or some people cannot afford silk because it is very costly, isn't it? So a man prepared new type of fiber called rayon, and this rayon it looks same like silk. It is very attractive. Okay, so that is why even common people could take afford to buy this rayon. It is cheap compared to natural silk. Okay, that is why the name given to the rayon is artificial silk. Okay, actually speaking, of course these synthetic fibers are all very harmful to the environment. Synthetic means it is harmful even if it is a fertilizer or anything. Synthetic man-made things are mostly harmful things only. But you can say that even common people can afford. Every people cannot buy silk, isn't it? So they have the desire to buy silk and wear silk clothes and all. But synthesizing this artificial silk, that is rayon, helped people to buy the clothes which look similar to natural silk. We will read what it is. Rayon was the first man-made fiber from natural base material. So actually rayon is not completely man-made. Of course it is man-made, but it is not completely synthetic, completely artificial. It is not completely chemical. Why? Because some of the materials here used here is natural also. We will see. Rayon is prepared from cellulose that we get from plant. Understood? And cellulose means nothing but plant fiber, jute fiber, cotton fiber. From plant fiber, to prepare rayon, plant fiber was used, and that plant fiber is nothing but cellulose. Rayon has silk-like appearance, hence it is known as artificial silk. Rayon was obtained by the chemical treatment of wood pulp. Okay, it was obtained by the chemical treatment of wood pulp. Wood pulp means, you know what is wood? Okay, inside the wood, outer covering will be bark, and when you go deep, you can see wood pulp. Uh, by by chemical treatment with the wood pulp, rayon is obtained. So it is both natural and synthetic. They are using chemicals also, and they are also using natural, that is a wood pulp. And what is there in the wood pulp? What is nothing but plant fiber. Rayon is mixed with, it is cheaper than silk and can be woven like silk fibers. Rayon is mixed with cotton to make bed sheets or mixed with wool to make carpets. So especially man is very intelligent because even though he manufactured synthetic fibers, what he does is to cheat people, or maybe for cheating or some otherwise, it is actually, it is our benefit also. Okay, we like clothes, all like clothes, isn't it? And when it comes in the market with attractive colors, designs and all, we all buy it. So what man has done is he began to mix synthetic fibers with natural fibers. Okay, uh, how can he mix synthetic fibers with natural fibers? Means to weave. Last year only we learned that to weave the cloth there are two types of strands, na. Vertical strands will be there and horizontal strands will be there. For example, we all have, you have seen weaving machines and all, power looms, hand looms and all. Two strands will be there, horizontal strands, vertical strands. Then now man, what he did is he began to mix synthetic with natural. One type of strand he made natural. For example, if he made horizontal strand as natural, he made vertical strand as synthetic. So he began to mix the synthetic and natural and began to make new variety. Okay, so for example, here also see rayon is mixed with cotton to make bed sheets. So if only rayon was there, it was very silky. And now he began to mix cotton also. So people began to like, already people like cotton because it is very soft. And when he began to mix silk, that is rayon in that, so it is both good looking and also it is having softness. So he began to mix it, rayon with cotton, and mix wool with rayon. So even he began to mix wool with rayon and began to make carpets. And nylon. Nylon is the first fully synthetic fiber. Fully means there is no natural fibers at all. Okay, first fully synthetic, that is man-made fiber. So nylon is having very much. So students understand this nylon is very important natural fiber. In 1931, it was made without using any natural raw material. It was prepared from coal, water, and air. Nylon fiber is very strong, elastic, and light. It is lustrous and easy to wash. We use many articles made from nylon such as socks, ropes, tents, toothbrushes, car seat belts, sleeping bags, curtains, etc. So this is very important because this nylon, it is very strong. That is what, it is very strong, it is light in weight, it is elastic, and it is easy to wash. These all properties made it to be very famous. Okay, so once upon a time, when it was made in 1931, it was so famous that people were standing in queues, okay, to buy this natural fiber. Okay, so and also this nylon appears like silk, understood, and it was just a public sensation. And also it was called nylon mania, understood. So means what, it was, people were so fond of this nylon that they were standing in queue. But during Second World War, this nylon was diverted to make parachutes. Okay, that is why it is having a huge market. Okay, so it is made to make socks, ropes, tents, toothbrushes, sleeping bags, car seat, curtains, clothings, parachutes. See, that is what. So uses of nylon, can you see? Nylon fiber is used to make fine sarees, thread, reel, ropes, fishing lines, even fishing line also. Think about that, even fishing line. And you should know that if you fishing line, for fishing line, how strong the thread should be there. And this nylon thread is so strong that it is used for just fishing lines and fishing nets. That you now you may get the idea that it